Yo, what is going on, boys? Bones here, bringing you guys the craziest Minecraft world I've ever seen. This Minecraft world is made by Buffalo X Soldiers, otherwise known as Cinerex. Just met him today, seems like a really cool dude, and today he's going to be showing us his Minecraft world. So let's get this show on the road. Alright, what's going on?
Well, not much. What about you?
Doing pretty good, so you want to
Nice.
show us around?
Yeah, I'll show you around. Well, first, we'll start off over here at this big sky city. Um, it's supposed to be kind of like not a spin-off, but um, like kind of like not really a rip-off either, but kind of like my own version of the Columbia from the new Bioshock film, not film game, which is going to be epic. The new Bioshock Infinite. And as you make your way up here, it takes kind of long because I think it's just a single source block. But as you are on your way up, you can kind of like look out a little bit so you don't die, and you can also get a pretty cool view. And then it takes a bit of a while to come up over here. Every single thing in my world, like all together, ever since it has took since the very day Minecraft has come out, which is the 9th of May 2012, and I am 425th in the world for traveling on Peaceful in the leaderboards out of over 4 million people. And then, well, yeah, there's different types of architecture and different things, like I made this ages ago, so obviously it isn't as good as some things you're probably going to see later on. And it's I know I use sandstone quite a lot, but it gives a better effect and it stands out more. And it's like I want of these to be like creamy buildings that would like the way the ones are in the new Bioshock Infinite because of all the gameplay and the trailers. And they wanted to make these massive, massive propellers at the side, like a bigger one at the top and a small one at the bottom. And then you can just look around for a bit. I don't mind. And as you're looking around, I'll just ask me some questions and I'll answer them as briefly as I can. Oh, the propellers are not the turbines, whatever they are. They're just like this. The whole point of this city is it's like a sky city. So my imagination. Well, it's not really my imagination, but well, it kind of is how I changed it. But it's not really that much of my imagination, because I didn't get the massive concept idea of a sky city from Bioshock Infinite. And I wanted this because as in Bioshock Infinite, there's a lot of propellers and things holding it up and turbines. And at the very bottom, whenever we leave this, you could probably see that there is a lot of little like these things at the bottom of the turbines. They're like little yellow bits of wool, and they're just like the power boost because I realized that it was a bit fake with like four little tiny turbines or propellers, whatever you want to call them, to hold up an entire area, sorry, or city. So, and also these big massive ones at the top. So I try to make it a bit more realistic with things at the bottom, and to push it up and to make it more balanced. And then that's pretty much it for this. All the way down here again. There's good news about coming down here. You can just easily just like flow down and you can just hop out for a bit and you won't die. You will die probably if you go the whole way down. So like I just did what you did there now. Um, Over here is just like a random part of the world. There's someone's map. Oh, I think he died. Um, over here there's just like random things, and if you want to look up there, there's the Sky City. There's Mario, there's Transformers. This is just like a random part of the world, as I said. It's like supposed to be like a rainbow, as if a rainbow is just vomited everywhere. And then again, there's the Transformers symbol for the Autobots. There's a little baby dragon, and there's a troll face, there's a huge creeper over here, and then there's this quite smaller one over here. Just behind it, you'll probably see it. There it is. And up here, you can probably get another better view of the Trollface there. You know, all sorts of stuff. And up here is, as you can see, this is like the Rainbow Bridge. I know the colours aren't rightly coordinated, if that's the correct thing that you would call it. But it reminds me of those sweets. I don't know if you get them in America, but they're like really crap and like no one loves them. Like they're so shit. And this is, as everyone knows it, Steve Jobs. I'm not really a fan of like you know, I think I have like probably had like one Apple product in my life. And all I really knew about Steve Jobs that he was like a co-founder or funder or one of the main or whatever. I don't really know. So apologies to any, you know, real big hardcore Apple fans out there who are watching this. But yeah, he's like, you know, I just built it because I thought it'd be really interesting for some people, and you know, it's pretty cool pixel art to have in your world, especially like a massive idol as he was, an icon. And this is deadmau5, many people's favorite DJ. The mouse and his big floppy ears. You know, that took, well, it didn't really take excessively that long because it was just, you know, it was just like a mask of a thing, you know, like of a DJ. And, sorry. Over here is a dragon. It's supposed to be like sitting on a hill with one claw going that way and one claw going that way, and then both of its like feet are bent different ways, as if it's like, you know, like tilting, if you know what I mean, on a hill, and its wings are wide open. The problem with the wings was, though, it's like they turned out perfectly as I wanted them to. The whole dragon actually turned out exactly the way I wanted it to. I mean, the problem was that I didn't get you know, it was pretty hard designing it because I would usually fall, and if I fell I would die because you can kind of see the massive height difference between the bottom of the dragon's wings and each wing to the top. And if you want to make your way over here in your own time, over here is as everyone knows it, the ATST from, I think it's Star Wars 5. Were they in Star Wars 4? I know they were in Star Wars 6 because they got the absolute shit kicked out of them by the Ewoks. And they kicked the fuck out of the Ewoks, no harm to the little fluffy bunnies or whatever they were. But yeah, you know, these things destroyed fucking everything. And then when the AT-ATs came along, everyone like shit themselves. And yeah, I think that, you know, yeah, they were in the 4 Star Wars. I think I remember them in one scene. And over here is, I actually got this idea from one of my friends. One of my friends told me to make this thing. It's like from my nickname's Beaver because apparently I have big prominent teeth. So I built a resort hotel. Oh crap, it's raining. I built a resort hotel, and it's called the Beaver Hotel or the Beaver Resort. And you know, it doesn't really got anything inside, so there's not really much point in going inside it. But you can still go inside it if you want. But it's, you know, it was made. I think it was made like a month into whenever. No, it was made about 3 weeks whenever Minecraft first came out on the Xbox. Stuff like this was whenever, like when I made something, I guess people were like, "Holy shit, this is pretty good. This is kind of like holy crap." And you know, I wanted it to be like a banana shape like this because you know, I didn't want this like basic like detail for a building, if you know what I mean, because it would just look too boring. Like most people, whenever they say hotel, the first thing they imagine is right skyscraper. But I don't really like building skyscrapers in Minecraft. You know I'm not really. That kind of makes me sound stupid, or is I contradicting myself because there's a little city over there. But all I really wanted to do whenever I first got Minecraft was just make a city and then just move on from it, and that's why I made a city over there. Which, to be honest, is quite newbie because it's, you know, it's got a lot of cobblestone and a lot of wood mixed in, and it doesn't really look that good. But make a city, and I just wanted to get over and done with. I think over here, you thoroughly enjoy this. Over here is Cinerex's palace. It's way, 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 way over here. It's over there. Isn't really that much stuff interesting. That's just a little like cape. The battlefield, well, it's a bit dark. I don't think many people will be able to, see it when it's dark. But yeah, I'll show you if you want. Over here, you just have to walk past this smooth Merv sort of thing. I hate the rain in this game. It is so fucking shit. It's actually terrible. It just ruins like everything, especially what we're doing right now, making a video. Yeah, it's like shit. This up all the way up here, all the way to the top. I know I've made a video already about this, and I've made a separate video about this on my own channel, but I want to show more people it, and yeah, it took a long time. Sorry, yonder, but it took a long time to make this, and yeah. So this is the Battlefield 3 main character from the cover, or whatever. I know you probably can't really see how much detail inside it, but whenever it's dark, but yeah. It took about a day to make, and all the resources are not gypped. Everything in this world, I don't know how to gyp. The only thing I've gypped is this iron blocks to make like, I think it was like an aircraft carrier. So, and yeah.